Today's episode is all about networking, and not networking like you might be thinking of, like Cisco networking. But today we're talking about networking as in getting out and meeting people and making valuable connections in the IT industry. So today I got 7 tips or 7 ways to help you get out and network with other IT professionals. So don't forget to click like, subscribe, and that notification bell. Welcome to Debt Free in IT. I'm your host, Mike. This podcast for anyone who's looking to get into the IT industry, whether it's for a career change or you're just interested. I think you come to the right place. IT professional is always good to network and find other people that's into the same things that you are. So a lot of times as an IT professional, you may be the only person in IT in your group of friends. So you a lot of times don't have nobody really to talk to. You don't really have no one to bounce no ideas off of. So this is where networking comes into play, because with networking, you're able to build that network. You got people in different areas that that may be in the same profession as you or in the same industry as you. And also this can lead to you getting another role at another company for higher pay, or it could also lead to you getting your foot in the door. It could lead to a lot of different things. So networking is a powerful and a valuable skill to have, and something that's always good to do when you're out and about. You always want to network, build your professional network. The larger it is, the better it is. So not saying that this is the only way. So this ain't the only way you're going to be able to get into a entry-level role if you're trying to get in. It's definitely not the only way. But as I like to say, a lot of times your net worth or your network determines your net worth. So today I'm going to give you 7 ways to network as an IT professional. One of the first ways is going to be social media. So unless you've been living up under a rock for the past couple of years, everyone knows that social media is probably one of the best places to network in general. So not just as an IT professional. So you have different social media platforms out here, but it's only a couple of them I would say is probably geared towards more IT. And that's going to be LinkedIn, Twitter, and GitHub are my favorites with that. There's a couple more, but I'm just mentioning the ones that I like. LinkedIn. Like I said, you can get a professional photo on there, update your profile with your work history and your skills, and then you can start to add and follow different people within the industry that you're trying to get into. So if that industry is IT, you can follow other IT professionals that may be at a point or maybe have a job role that you're trying to get, where you wish to be at in a couple of years or where you wish to be at soon. So if you're just getting into the industry and your goal is to become a network engineer, you can follow other network engineers and just look at what kind of information they put out. A lot of people on LinkedIn is real. I haven't met no one that isn't there to help. So you can ask questions on LinkedIn. You also can if you find someone that you like on LinkedIn, they're posting out some good information, you can inbox them. So a lot of times I have done this before, where if someone doing something that I want to do, I'll inbox them and ask them for advice. I inbox them and ask them, tell them where I'm currently at, what I'm currently doing, and then just ask for their, just ask them, what would they recommend, or how could I get in the position that they're in. So LinkedIn is one of my top choices. The other choice is going to be Twitter. So Twitter, I don't post on Twitter a lot, but from looking at Twitter, I see where there's a lot of like-minded individuals in the IT industry. So if you're one that likes to just post small text and stuff like that, you can easily generate a good conversation on Twitter between another IT professional. And the same thing as LinkedIn, you can go in and follow other IT professionals that you like and see what kind of content they're putting out. Then you can also engage in different discussions. And then the last choice is going to be GitHub. So GitHub is mainly targeted towards more the DevOps, the development folks, the coders. So with this, you're able to contribute on different small open source projects, and then you're able to ask different questions in there. So if you're learning to code like Python, or if you're getting into the DevOps role, so this is a perfect place. This is the perfect place for you, because you can trade different coding aspects. That you can ask questions, join in on discussions. Then also you can contribute to small projects. So LinkedIn, Twitter, and GitHub are my top choices for networking as an IT professional through social media. So the second way I have to network as an IT professional is going to be by joining online discussions and online forums and communities. So The two that come in mind that I like a lot is going to be Reddit. So with Reddit, you have different IT related communities. You can type in CCNA, you'll see a whole subreddit on the CCNA. You can type in CCNP, you'll see the whole subreddit on CCNP. And with this, you're able to go in, engage with different people, ask any questions you may have in your mind, and you can type out those questions. And usually people do respond to them. So if you have a question, a lot of times you will get a response. You can, any kind of group you're looking to join, so you're able to find those like-minded individuals. And a lot of times you can just go in there and ask for advice. So Reddit is a top one. And then also there's one I just recently started going on. It's called Quora. Quora. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but it's Quora. So with this one here, you're able to follow different topics related to IT or anything you're interested in general. And then that's all that it shows you is just different topics from that comes from different users within those communities. And also, just like Reddit, you can go in and ask questions. You can type up your own questions. You can answer questions, so you can get a good discussion going on this site also. So the second way to network as an IT professional, I'm going to say to join online forums and communities and take a look at Reddit and Quora, Quora. I know I pronounced it wrong, so forgive me. Third way I have to network as an IT professional is to attend industry conferences and events. So a lot of the big players out here, they have huge events every year. So you have Cisco has Cisco Live, AWS has AWS reInvent, then VMware has VMworld. Then also for the hackers out there, you have DEF CON. So all of these are events that usually happen once a year, and they're usually pretty huge. For me, I've been to Cisco Live, and like I said, I enjoyed it. Never have I been in a place where so many like-minded individuals are at one time. So the time I went was in Vegas, was a couple years ago. So before that, I have attended their online portion because during COVID, they started making it where you can join online. So online is cool for those events, but if you're able to make it in person, I would say do it. Making it in person is a whole experience. When I went, it was out in Vegas, and I truly enjoyed myself. You get a chance to meet different people. You get a chance to talk to different people. It's usually in a large area. You got different rooms. You got breakout rooms. You can go and do labs. You can go and just hear different speakers. They even had some sessions on social media content. So all of that was good. I enjoyed myself. So hopefully I get a chance to go out there again. But attending these events, whether you're a Cisco person or if you're looking into the cloud, you got AWS reInvent. If you're into the virtual world with VMware, you have the VMworld. So all of these, they have big conferences every year. And a lot of times they're real good. So if you're able to make it to one in person, a lot of times it can be expensive, but if you're able to make it to one in person, I highly recommend doing so because you're going to meet a lot of like-minded individuals. And you may even meet some good connections that you can connect with on LinkedIn or connect with via phone number, email that you keep in touch with. And you never know. They may lead to another role for you. They may lead to you have all kind of opportunities. A lot of doors will open for you. So the third way I recommend is to attend industry events and also good industry conferences if you can. The fourth way I have to network as an IT professional is local meetups and user groups. So there's one particular app that comes in mind for me with this, and that's the app called Meetup. So with Meetup, what I like about Meetup is you can open up the Meetup app or download the Meetup app, sign in, and you can search for anything, and it shows you the different events that people have in your area for that particular thing that you search. So for instance, if you search IT, a lot of times you're going to see all kind of IT events coming up in your area. A lot of times if you stay in a small town like me, most of the events is like in Charlotte, which is not far from me. So I'm able to drive there. So I was fortunate enough to make it to like one event this past year. And like I said, that was my first time really trying Meetup. And that was found out through a mutual friend. So he showed me the Meetup app and we went out there to the event. The event was pretty good. It was mainly based on open source code, but you can find all kind of things that you're interested in Meetup, and you see where different people have already trying to organize people or trying to get a lot of people together for these groups. So if you're in security, you can find different Meetup groups in your area. If you're in networking, coding, anything you can think of, a lot of times you can find a Meetup group in your area. If you're in a small town, it may be in the next largest town close to you. But attending these local meetups and user groups, I think, is a good way to network as an IT professional. If you're finding value in this episode and you're listening via YouTube or your favorite podcasting app, please leave me a review or a comment. If you have a friend that needs to hear this, please share this episode with them. So the fifth way I have to network as an IT professional is to build a personal website, a blog, or you can do what I'm doing and start a YouTube channel or a podcast. So I think this is a good way, especially with a personal website and blog, to showcase your skill set and showcase the different projects that you have. So then also it's a good way to share your knowledge and get different discussions going on. So doing any of these things, I think, will open up doors for you, create a lot of opportunities. And also you could meet someone that you connect with that you can bounce ideas off of. So for me, I mainly do this YouTube channel, which is also a podcast, but through this, I have met people that I still stay in contact with to this day, so it's always good. You can meet other creators. So that's a good thing for me, just meeting other creators, being able to have someone to talk to about that side of things. And then also, as well as in the IT industry, just it opens up doors for that also. So you can create a personal website, a blog, something that you can showcase your projects and what you're working on. And then also a lot of times I see people that's working on different projects. They can take these projects, share them to your website. And then also you can post it on your social media sites too. So if you're on LinkedIn and you're doing some kind of coding project that's, you get completed, you can share that progress along the way on your social media sites also. So a lot of this is going to help you to network with other IT professionals, and it's also going to open up doors for you. So the sixth way I have to network as an IT professional is through mentorship programs. So you have a lot of people that offers different kind of mentorship programs. Some of them are totally free. Some of them, they may charge a little something to meet with you. It just depends. But one thing I recommend is you want to vet the people out, make sure they are who they say they are. If they say they have any credentials, you want to try to verify those credentials. And then also, like I said, nothing hurts you. It hurts nothing to meet with them and see where they're coming from, see what they're talking about. A lot of times, if you can find a mentor that's in a position where you would like to be in, a lot of times they can help you out with different choices and everything you have to make, because you may be trying to get into, let's say, networking, and you may not know where to start at. You can have a mentor to kind of guide you along the way. Hopefully it's something I can offer in the future. Right now, the way my schedule is set up, it's kind of hard to offer it. But if you do have questions, you're welcome to send them in. I always try to reply to them. So you can send them in via the email, or if you leave it in a comment. A lot of times I use the comment for one of my episodes coming up where I answer questions. And also I'll try to reply back even before that episode comes out. So the sixth way is through mentorship programs. But like I said, I do suggest try to vet that mentor before you pay any money, if they want you to pay any money. Second way to network as an IT professional, I think, is through cold outreach. So a lot of times, you might run across someone on social media, or, you might find someone's email on the website. Most of the time it's going to be through social media, where you're going to find someone that's doing something that you're interested in, and it don't hurt to reach out to them and ask them for advice. For instance, a couple of years ago, before I started instructing, I was looking to go down the cybersecurity, the hacking route. I was trying to go down the pen testing route. So there was this guy on Instagram that I was following, and he was posting up a lot of good info. So I never communicated with him or anything, but I inboxed him, asked him for his advice and which steps he think I should take to get to my goal of being a pen tester. So, and he gladly came back, gave me a whole bunch of good information, so it doesn't hurt. A lot of times you don't want to reach out to people. You may think that, I'm going to bother them or something like that. Some cases, depend on the person, you may be, but you don't know unless you try. So a lot of times if you see someone online or in person or whatever, this cold outreach, especially it goes for online though. Like I said, the cold outreach, just send them an inbox, messaging them, asking them for advice. The only thing they can do is not respond. I doubt if they're going to respond back trying to cuss you out or something. So most of the time, most people are willing to share how they got to where they are now. So that brings me to the end of this episode. Hopefully you found some value in this episode. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, you can follow me at debtfreeinit. If you have any questions and comments, you can email me at debtfreeinit@gmail.com. Other than that, I'll see you next week. Peace.